Okay, what's going on, guys? I used Okay, so got an invite for the PTS. Woohoo! That's brilliant. So what I thought I would do is run you through some very basic little bits and bobs that I've come across. I haven't had too much time on it since I downloaded it and got it up and running, and matchmaking on it is also a little bit slow. So what I'm going to do is just I stand in, we'll take you through into the base. So in PTS, you're basically on your special vendor all the way down to the bottom, and we have these lovely, beautiful classified caches of all the gear sets that are now on 5 and 6 pieces and are available for us all to view. So try, test, they're all free. Exotics, the new exotics as well. Division Tech is free as well. So yeah, basically get a bundle.
Another satisfied customer.
And you're opening it up, and you're obviously getting a full 4000 Division Tech. This is basically so that you can do your optimizations, which is where we're going to go to now. I'm going to show, so let me just show you here. So I've started off with Nomad. It's basically at the top, 6 piece. I have rolled what I wanted to change on it for the time being, but yeah, that could change, so we'll just see how it is. Quite liking how my stats are looking. I'm interested to see how that does to start me off. If I have to roll firearms a little bit higher, then I think I probably will do, but at the moment I'm trying to focus a little bit more on getting some skill power. So before we finish off, I've rolled everything. I'm going to take you over to this snazzy new little station, the optimization station. This is where you can optimize any weapon or gear set. Okay, by optimization we mean in the new 1.8 drop we're going to have the option of going up to 286 as far as weapons are concerned, which is a much wanted thing from a lot of people around the community. And on gear sets they can go up as far as 293 to get them optimized. It's a pretty basic situation to go through. You're basically going onto your weapon if it's not at 286. So we'll find one that's not. We'll do this one. So the big Alejandro here, this is 278 gear score. We'll optimize it. You just select the item, optimize, and you keep going until it takes you up, and it'll take your weapon up. As you notice, damage and everything goes and increases with the optimization of it. So it's pretty good. Okay, so I am currently, was currently optimizing this. So this is, as you can see, it's at its highest. So let's just go back down. We'll finish off with the vest here. So to show you the optimization, so you look at my enemy armor charges at 6%, skill haste is at capacity anyway on 9%, ammo is at capacity on 56%. And the gear score is 290 on that, so I can probably optimize this once more. Well, no, it's actually only putting me to 291. As you'll notice, the stamina mod in between 292, the stamina mod, the stamina is now at 1384. It's slowly moving up the way to its optimized state. And you can keep optimizing that until you get it to where you want it to be. And naturally most people will probably want it to be at its max. So it then comes up and tells you item is fully optimized. You can no longer optimize that. If you notice, my armor is at 2003. It's the highest it can go for a chest piece. My gear score is at 293. Enemy armor damage is max. Skill haste is max. Ammo capacity max. And the stamina is now at 1401. It's now max. So that is what optimization can do for you. I can see why it would upset a lot of players in the community. Basically, everybody's going to be running around with the most maximized gear. Everybody's going to be on pretty much the same level without having to grind or really kind of fight to get their stuff. I personally like it. I love the idea that I can go in and make the gear that I've accumulated the best it can be. And I think that's what this game is about. So when I optimize this bag hasn't been optimized at all. You'll notice everything is going to its max. The skill power, the disrupt, and also the electronics. Let's just maximize this. As it's on the PTS, obviously Division Tech currently is free. You can just do as much as you need to do. Obviously in real once game goes live 1.8, you're going to have to, you know, grind for your Division Tech. It does cost 50 for every optimization that you do. That doesn't necessarily get you to the top spot that you need to be in, so it can make it a little bit more difficult. I'm just going to finish optimizing this gear just now. I mean, yeah, as I said before, the difficult thing is going to be gone are the days where some people are on maybe 892 for their, you know, their holster and 1000 for their mask and 1992 for their chest piece. I mean, everybody can be on, you know, everybody's going to be on the highest stats that they can possibly get. I'm not sure right now if that's going to be a good thing, but like I said, I do personally like the idea of this optimization station. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I think it's going to help a lot. You know, a lot of new people coming into the game that maybe aren't so good, and you know they need that hand. And I know a lot of people seem to have it. From what I've read in the community and heard people speak about, they don't like this idea that noobs can come in and basically become completely fully optimized, best of the best, and then, you know, carry on doing what they need to do within the game. I don't see it as being a problem, you know. Why be threatened? You know, the length of time in the game doesn't give you a right to kind of be better than everybody, so I don't know. As I said, I'm quite excited about this. I think this is going to be good for everybody. Not everybody's going to manage. Not everybody wants to grind for Division Tech. You get a lot of lazy players out there that don't like grinding at all. I know plenty myself. And, you know, if you don't grind, you won't get it. So I think it's going to change the game in the fact that it's going to change how people play, because you're not going to want to be sitting on shitty little gear scores when everybody's running around with 293 and everything optimized at its max. So people are going to have to start grinding the Division Tech, you know, full on, really making a point of making sure that they're picking this stuff up. So yeah, I think it's going to change the game, and it's going to change the way people play. So yeah, as you can see, that's fully maximized. So we come out, take you in, let's go and have a look. So now I am, let's see, so right, everything is completely and utterly maxed out. I mean, that's perfect. When do you ever see that? Absolutely superb. So yeah, so I'm running at like the top level of everything. As far as getting any kind of gear to help me, I'm running at the top the gear I can do to help me. Now we need to put it into practice and see where that goes. And here's hoping it works. So I'm a bit unsure about having the firearms at the 6400. I'm not sure how that's going to fare well for me. But yeah, so if I come along the character, I did my best to get as much skill haste as I could on it. Sitting at 30%, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'd have liked a little bit more skill power. But like I said, I can play around with that. I want it to be sitting in max toughness. Well, not max toughness, but I want it to be a little bit tankier, I think, because of survivability. I'm rocking the Nomad. I'm going to see what this talent is going to be all about. It's supposed to be pretty fucking decent, so I'm kind of hoping to get the best out of this. 25% health on kill now. I've got the amount of healing from Nomad's Resolve. I'll now get an overheal, and also I've got a 50% chance to have no cooldown on the Path of the Nomad talent. That's pretty decent. And once I do get it triggered, I've got 60% less damage for 10 seconds after Path of the Nomad is triggered. So once, you know, not many people rock the whole Nomad thing, it was very much a solo thing. It still is a solo. There's nothing there that could help your team if you were in a team, to be fair, although other than the fact that you would probably stay alive, and you know, I suppose maybe that would help you keep them alive. But yeah, I don't think it's too much to be bothered about at the moment. I'm going to give it a go and see where we go with this. My weapon is 18,000. I think that's... I'm just going to check that out. Yeah, I want to base it on the house. This is such an amazing little weapon. I am quite in love with the house. It's fast. It's powerful. It hits out some damage. It's good. I'm not the best PvP player in the world, and in the hands of the right PvP player, this will be a unique weapon to use. So yeah, that's right. I was checking my character on this weapon. So 32% crit hit chance. That's actually more crit hit chance than what I thought I had. 108% damage. I'm actually surprised at that as well. That's more than what I was expecting there. Don't have any bonuses. I opted on my gloves. My gloves actually came, you know, pretty decent. Everything's optimized anyway. The only thing I did was put skill haste on them rather than SMG or assault rifle damage, and I did that because I really wanted the skill haste, because at the end of the day, while I've got a whole load of heal going on with my gear set, I still want those skills to be coming back. I think I'm going to rock Pulse and Overdose with this build and see how I go with that. I don't think at the moment I need anything else. I'm going to try it with that and see how I go. It already came with crit hit chance and crit hit damage, and I was pretty glad about that. That's almost kind of god rolled. So I was happy with the gloves. So I do have no rifle bonus or SMG bonus damage there. That could be detrimental. I don't know. We'll need to find out about that. Okay. So
I really, really want you to step
Camp Clinton. Let's go inside, see what they put on.
Nice job getting this.
Pretty decent place. Yeah, got your blueprints there. Restock, HVT, stash, premium vendor, special equipment vendor, stairs. What have we got? Resistance leaderboard. Have not tried resistance yet. Crafting station. Recalibration station. Optimization. That's someone you talk to when you first come in. We've got more incidents reports. I was pretty bummed about that. Everything was 100% and now it's not. Last stand. So for skirmish, it's basically our cut off of last stand. You go open it up and it gives you the option to choose it. I've only had one game of last stand skirmish so far. As I said before that, matchmaking was a bit shoddy. So I had a shot last night. I found that it kind of eked us all into the game a bit slowly. We were all coming in dribs and drabs at first, which I don't like the idea of. I don't think that's good. I think both teams should be dropped in at the same time.
Hey, yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Okay guys, so we've done Predator. Pretty groovy, not too bad looking, different, bit rustic looking, fair enough. So I've already went through optimization, everything is optimized to the max. I'm running these guns just because I kind of like them. I'm in love with the house. Yep, that's my gun. It's nice, it's fast, it's I've got depth and devil on this one. Yeah, well, that's just what I think about that really. I'm happy with what I've got on it. I think I would rather competent than adept, but I'll go with it, it's good. Card counter, I like the talent. I really like the talent. That increased damage, it's awesome. Yep, Alejandro, fast weapon. Pretty decent again, really liking it. Okay, so this is my first shot of Predator. I have not been out in the field with this as of yet, so this is good. I didn't know how to build it, obviously, so I went based on firearms, based on DPS really, which I'm okay with. If we go to this, 406,000 firepower for the house, that's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. So yeah, so we've got this health, skill haste, ammo capacity. My backpack is health and burn resistance. I really wanted to get my health up, and I'm pretty glad at where my toughness is sitting on this one. Mask, I've obviously opted for some skill power. We need that heal, obviously needs to work for us. Some pretty decent god roll gloves there, which is good. Skill haste is a must. Credit damage, assault rifle damage. I know I've got assault rifle damage on, and I'm using an LMG and an SMG. I've just got in the habit recently of putting assault damage onto everything, just because normally I do kind of run with my M4. But obviously, PTS, trying out the new exotics, is no point. I kind of rolled it to the way I would probably roll it in the live edition. So yeah, I probably could have changed that and not went with that really. But yeah, if you'll notice, the assault rifle is showing us 12%. So they've changed the by the looks of it, the assault rifle SMG. It's no longer in like amounts. You're getting in percentage now, which I quite like the idea of. 12% is max. That's as high as it goes. Let's see. So yep, holster. Everything is maxed. Skill haste on the holster. I kind of went with skill haste as much as I could. I went with skill power on the knee pads. Couldn't change the increase to XP because I think I upped. But you know, on hindsight, going forward for the live edition, I will know that you don't really have to. I mean, you can roll it obviously if you want to get it up closer to the top, but it's not something that you actually have to roll. Just for the simple fact is, if you're going to optimise your gear, it's going to optimise up to the height for it. Well, depending on how much you're willing to spend optimising it. See, a lot of people are complaining now, you know, optimisation, what's going to happen is, you know, everybody's going to be running around with optimised gear. They're forgetting that it costs a good whack to optimise your stuff. It really, really does. You've got to kind of... you're 50 division tech a time, and on top of that you're like 250 odd thousand or something in credits. So optimization is not cheap. It's doable and it's not cheap. That would depend on how much you're willing to farm for your division credits. North Pier, West Pier, all the new Pier area have lots of spots for division tech. You don't even need to go into the dark zone, but dark zone now is technically a safe zone, so you know, farm is normal. I love farming in the dark zone, me and my crew, and we kind of tend to do it often. So if you're grinder, farmer, division tech's not going to be a problem. Obviously the idea would be to sell as much stuff as you can, because obviously you want your credits. So not everybody's going to be running around with optimized gear, or all their gear optimized the way it is here in the PTS, because it does cost a shitload. So yeah, on hindsight, I would not have rolled the stamina higher. I would have just let it optimize, and I would have rolled off increased kill XP for burn resistance. So yeah.